back. Well, technically, I'm back right now. I got my co-host backstage, but we are back, man. How is it going, people? It's Tuesday. Gonna have a banger of a show. We're gonna talk some NFL free agency, top 5 movies, because I'm a big movie guy. Like, love me my movies. So we're gonna talk top 5 movies. We're gonna do a little differently though, because I'm gonna do the top 5 movies that we could selfishly take if Iran or somebody was gonna stomp us out, and we needed to save 5 movies of our own personal choice, or if we need to save 5 movies to describe the world, or however we want to save cinematic, the cinematic theater of everything. What movies will we take? Then got talking a little Final Four. That's coming. That's hitting us in there, and then we're gonna talk a little red flags. It's interesting. I mean, some of these red flags lately have been turned into green flags for me. So we're gonna talk about some red flags and the do's and don'ts of what you're looking at and what you're looking for. But as I always say, as beautiful as I am, I can't do this by myself. I have this beautiful, stunning man backstage that needs a break right now. And I'm telling you, when I say he's had a poopy day, bruh, he's had a poopy day. So, we bring my co-host on. Without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, Stunning Steve.
What's going on?
My day better than yours, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, the leprechaun took a big old dump right on the floor today. So
I was when you sent that Platinum, what a good
up,
brother.
Platinum?
How can you say that?
Yeah.
We'll get into that, Platinum. We'll get into that. How can you say that? But I was trying to think back. I'm like, did my kids ever do that?
That's the second time, yeah. So for the uninformed, we're potty training my 3-year-old right now, and big old dump right on the carpet. She sat on the toilet a few times and didn't go, and then walking up the stairs, it just came out. It was time. So
hey, she should be grateful this isn't the 80s and you're not rubbing her nose in it and smacking her with the newspaper.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Wrong potty training.
No, she's not a dog. So, yeah, but we cleaned it up. It's all good.
Bro, so how's the week been besides?
Man, hasn't been too bad. The luck of the Irish was not for me today. Was a little down in the dumps earlier. Took a trading loss. I don't have trading losses too often. And so when I do, it's still hard for me to deal with. I feel like if I had them more, I'd just be kind of used to it and be like, who cares? But I don't lose that often. So was kind of in a funk today. But then I text you guys. I was having a bad day. And I'm like, man, this is going to help my day so much. And so I'm glad to be here. Yeah.
That whole trading thing, man, scares me, man. I'm one of those people, like, I don't know if it's paranoia or not, but like, if I buy something to like invest in, I want like the physical. Like, if I buy gold, I don't buy paper gold. I buy gold.
Yeah.
Or I buy silver. It's bad.
I don't know, but to celebrate the day, we're having a little Irish whiskey. Go Notre Dame.
And St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, so like a little Irish whiskey for today. And then hour 2, since we're almost in April, we've got some Augusta. So we're almost in April. So that's the DDK bar tonight.
And I'm excuse me, choking on my own spit.
Yeah.
I always got the lovely vodka on hand, for the. Speaking of Augusta, we'll get to that when it's coming up closer, but man,
Yeah.
That's my favorite tournament of the year.
Man, can't wait.
Well, smoothing in, like, I mean, we'll see the chat. I mean, did they really get a 1st, 5th, and 7th for Waddle?
Wow.
That's
11 draft
That's
picks.
preposterous.
Wow. Hey, rebuild.
11 draft picks. And they signed that quarterback, right? From Green Bay, correct?
I don't know.
Malik.
We'll have to have Kevin hop in the comments. Or Platinum. He's a Dolphins guy too.
Yes. They paid him a chunk of money too, that backup quarterback. I mean, it's...
Yes, Miami signed Malik. They traded Waddle out of there, who was an injury-prone quarterback. Miami has 2 first-round picks, the 11th and the 30th. They have the 43rd and the 2nd. In the 3rd round, they have the 75th, 87th, 90, and 94th pick. They have 11 draft picks.
Wow.
Now, do you envision them? Do you envision them just using that, or is that draft capital to go trade for players?
No, they're going to use it to be young, to do the winning formula of rookie contracts, winning off of rookie contracts, to go get a stud tight end, stud wide receiver. I'm liking what they're doing. These guys know how to do it. They're from Green Bay, and they've got their lined in. Waddle has only played 1 injury-free season, 2 injury-prone. Stop paying these players all this money that can't stay on the field, period. Bye.
We'll get into that with my
I
team.
like him. He was a great wide receiver, but he just does not. Whoops, hold on, my bad. He does not have it.
And then you guys let Tyreek go, so that was another one.
Good, because he didn't play hardly out last year. Injury prone, locker room diva. Won't need it. Goodbye. Oh, this guy came in here. They had the 2nd worst cap hit in there. Now they have cap space, over $30 million in cap space. They came in with just 4 draft picks. Now, not alone do they have 2 in the 1st round, but they have 11 overall. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the first 100 picks, and a loaded draft offensively.
Now, let's just see if they have the ability to pull off what Seattle is. Because as much as I hate Seattle, man, they draft well.
Yeah, because they play off rookie contracts. Hey, when you get too much, then you got to pay young on either one side of the ball. And right now it seems to be pay young for good corners that are athletic, have them play. I was surprised they let the running back get out of there, but they got one back in. Miami has a stud running back, one of the top 5 running backs in the league, and Davon Achane.
Yeah.
He is a stud.
Yeah.
You got a quarterback that can run, mobile, move around, strong arm, accurate arm, and you're only paying $10 million for each season to see if you've got something. That's cheap. That's dirt cheap.
Yeah.
And the next 2 years will allow you to get out. I've heard Achane will not be traded. They would be stupid to trade a stud, young, who they just signed to a contract last year. So I would be shocked if they did to Achane, because then what are you going to do? No, he can catch, he can run. So I would think that they would keep them Platinum. I'm a little bit happy. I'm happy with my Dolphins now.
The Dolphins will be smart to go pick up like a David Njoku that's out there for tight end. Get your quarterback that tight end
draft at number 11. Draft the tight end from Oregon. He'll be right there.
I want him so bad.
Take him.
And he's not going to be there.
And then at the 30th, get you a wide receiver.
I know he's not going to be there at 27.
Well, no, because if Miami doesn't get on him at 11, most people have him in the 20th somewhere picked. Do you pick before the Eagles or after?
After.
Okay, because 4 or 5 people have him going to the Eagles. So, to me, you draft in the 1st round. You draft the best player available. Then you meet your needs after that.
The Niners draft capital this year is a little weird. I'm pulling it up right now. They have no 2nd-day picks.
Very true, Platinum, and I think that's the next thing. And he said, "Fans, don't worry, we're gonna." You're going to see some things, and I think with that 3rd round, 70, 75th, 87, 95, That's when the O lines will still be there. You're going to get some stud O linemen in the third round, and I think all those. I'm excited. Draft capital is key, and our last GM, who was an idiot, used to trade it like it was nothing. Your draft
So
is key.
the Niners play the compensatory picks really well. So here's the Niners draft this year. Here's our picks. Round 1, we got 27. Round 2, we got 58. Round 3, we just traded to the Dallas Cowboys for OC Zigua, but phenomenal defensive tackle. I'm actually happy about that. But then after the third round, so we have 1, 2, round 1, round 2. Then we have 4 round 4 picks, and that's it.
Well, there's a lot of time to come to get in, but I find it comical that Tua's out there. Hey, I'm ready for my thing in Atlanta. Like they're going to give you the starting job already in Atlanta, dude. You couldn't carry a water bucket right now for me, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah,
I wish Waddle nothing but the success, but his contract's coming up. He's missed way too much time. He's been hurt. Great wide receiver, great hands, but man, when you get you usually don't even get a first round pick for wide receivers or everybody covets a first round, but they got a first round pick, a 5th and a 7th for him, bro. Come on.
See, I'm wondering why, if that's the night. So getting to the wide receiver market, you look at the Niners, and the Niners are being petty, and it's hilarious. So Brandon Ayuk cost himself $30 million of guaranteed money just for not showing up to the training facility to get your treatment. That's all he had to do for $30 million. So the Niners are like, yo, if you're not going to let us monitor your recovery, well, we're going to avoid your contract.
Yeah.
So then he sat out, and he did the whole sit out. Now we're on the hook for no more money for him. We don't have to trade it. We don't have to cut him right now. We don't have to do anything. We can just sit there and wait. And because he thought he was going to be able to just get cut and sign with the Commanders like that. Man, we could, if Cleveland comes through and offers us a 3rd round pick for that guy.
Why do these players think they can just play games with people's money? Like,
well, I'm liking. Remember the pendulum swift to a lot of these diva players, and everybody getting what they want. The pendulum always swings back the other way, and you are seeing a reset in the NFL. You're seeing a reset go back to good hard nosed players, running backs, O line, defense. Diva wide receivers are starting to be, hey, you want to act like that? Get out of here. Go wherever. Go to Cleveland. Go. I hate it for Cleveland.
Now,
I'd like to see Cleveland win because
but now part of that, like if you look at your diva receivers and stuff like that, I think part of what's going to ruin the product is like the NIL, and these guys get so much money now before they even get to the NFL that there's not that dog in them. There's not the Jerry Rice. There's not the Tim Brown, the Chris Carter of.
There still can be a dog in you because everybody thinks that these guys are getting millions. I mean, it's only the top 1% of these guys. Most of these guys are not getting that. Basketball is where they're getting more.
Yeah.
But I think the double-edged sword is it's making these guys stay instead of coming out. In basketball, I mean, NFL, they can't come out anywhere to their, but some guys are staying till staying for another year in their senior year. Basketball, I think it's helped out because it's forcing guys, they're making more staying in college than getting 150 grand in the G League and being buried and staying. I mean, for Duke, Slim, and Malik, I mean, they would have been buried in the G League. They stay around one more time. They're on national TV making $2 million a piece, and draft stock's going out, through the roof for them. So,
but what I get by watering down the product is you're not going to get Justin Jefferson that plays 16 years in the league. You're not going to get these guys that have that long. You're going to get these. The NFL is going to be that for a long career is going to be that 8-9 year career now, and
It all depends on you taking care of your body, and the NFL has finally started realizing going back to grass. This turf stuff is horrible. It doesn't break away. It doesn't give. It doesn't. It's terrible on your body. And the pendulum is now finally starting to swing back. Guys don't take any time off for their body. You see them on the off season; they're out there running hard, lifting a million weight. You have to let your body recuperate for 2 months. You've got to let it sit, recuperate. You can't keep those muscles going all year round because you're working on things. There's some ways to work on your game called watching film without, going berserk and throwing. I threw 50,000 balls for the summer and was running all around. That's why these injuries are.
And there's something to that too, because I was actually, you mentioned it. I was listening to, I don't know if you ever listened to Bustin' the Boys podcast. They have
I listened to Busted on the.
It's a couple of former NFL players. It's a tackle from Taylor Lewan from the Titans, and the linebacker. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, but they had George Kittle on today, and they were talking about soft tissue injuries and his Achilles, and he's like he's like, for me, I talked to 10 different surgeons, and every one of the surgeons was like, you got lucky. Because he's like, what people don't know is he's like I tore my ankle. I tore 2 ligaments in my ankle against the Colts, and he's like, so I was playing on one leg, and he's like, I overcompensated, and he's like, that's probably what happened to my Achilles. And he's like, talking to 10 different doctors. He's like, I got lucky, and I tore my Achilles in the perfect spot. He's like, most Achilles injuries, you have to drill into the bone, and it gets set into the bone, and you have to wait for the bone to set and everything like that. He's like, mine tore at the top where they just suture it back together, and the blood flows better, everything's better. But he's like, I spend an absorbent amount of money on my body. He's zero gravity treadmills and red light therapy and da 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 da. And he's like, some of these guys can eat cheeseburgers all day.
I like Denver showing all these highlights of who they're getting, whatever, and but I'm like, go down to the corner of the video, highlights from 2022. Good luck with that. Gosh, they gave up a lot for him.
No, go ahead. So now that we got to hear about the Dolphins, what about your Colts? How are you feeling?
Broke. Alec Pierce was our big money guy, our wide receiver. We extended him for, I think, $116 million. I think he's had one season since he's been there over 1,000 yards. And so pretty expensive there. And then I think we gave Daniel Jones 2 years, $88 million. So feeling broke. Yeah.
When you guys signed the receiver, because I know there were speculations the Niners were looking at him too. And when I seen 4 years, I think it was $120 million, I'm like,
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'm like,
you did better getting Chris Godwin or Mike Evans or whoever it was. Yeah, you did better going that route.
That's the thing is I'm breaking down the Niners free agency, and it's like, all right, we got Mike Evans. Mike Evans, the best receiver we've had in the receiver room in 10 years. Yeah. I'll take him at his age. Even at his age, he's still a jump ball guy, 6'5", 240. I'll take it. He's only had one down season, and that was because he was injured.
My only assumption with our wide receiver signing is we've got Reggie Wayne.
Panic?
We got Reggie Wayne as a wide receiver coach. He must have noticed something and went to management. I don't know. Either that or just these daughters just love to spend money.
Yeah, I seen that, and then so I'm looking at the Niners, and I'm like, all right, we grabbed Mike Evans for a bargain.
Yep.
And then we bring back Dre Greenlaw, which I'm phenomenally happy about. He had one down season. I mean, when he tore that Achilles in the Super Bowl, coming off of the sidelines, I remember, man, I'm pinned to the couch and I'm pinned to the TV, and I'm watching this, right? And he takes that little hop step, and falls, and I'll never forget the sound of it. Fred Warner turns around and goes, and looks down and goes, "No." And you knew he was done, but that's a banger. That guy is one of those people that's like a banger. He was like, we got him for a bargain. I'm happy about that. We trade Dallas. Dallas for some reason wanted to stockpile defensive tackles and defensive linemen. So we're like, they just signed this dude to a 4-year, $80 million contract a year ago. But then they trade for Quentin Williams, and then they traded for Rashawn Gray or Gary from the Packers.
Yeah.
So we get him for a third. I'm like, yo, we can't draft third rounders for crap anyways. I'll take it. So I'm like, all right, we got that. And then we pick up Christian Kirk. You cheat.
I mean,
if he stays healthy.
Yeah, and it could just provide a distraction, you know. It's an extra weapon, but it could also be a distraction. What's going on?
What up, Marvelous Mark? I need the Dolphins to get smart and send us Achane so we can have somebody to relieve.
Shut your mouth.
I want him.
Also, with these guys and what they have moved and getting rid of the caps, releasing all the caps in 2027, as it sits, and there's still more moves to move. Miami is going to have $123 million in cap space for the 2027 season.
They're not going to.
These guys in Green Bay are doing it right. And
no, they're going to have more than that.
Oh, they will.
I was reading. I was reading. Wow,
that's what's crazy.
Well, I was reading. They're projecting the cap to expand another next year, another 35 to 50 million.
Here, before I get off here, because I'm not going to interrupt your shows.
You're good about that.
Yeah.
The QBs need to have their own salary caps. It's getting out of hand to where Daniel Jones ain't worth the money. His two ain't worth that money.
I personally think the franchise tag needs to be redone, and I think you can have a franchise offensive player or defensive player that doesn't count against the cap.
Platinum, I'm ready to cheer for our boy, Malik. I mean, they believe him. He come from Green Bay. I mean, these two guys have seen what he does. So, for $10 million each year for the next 2 years, be able to see what he does. Plus, Ewers has two seasons to get better too. And if he doesn't, and they're bad, and he's bad, then you're going to have a top 5 pick probably in back-to-back years or something to be able to get you a quarterback.
Here's what the Niners will do for you, Kevin. What we'll do for you is
I got to show Platinum. I don't know. Does anybody else do this? Instead of buying their helmets, I'll buy a Dolphin helmet. Says if you guys have seen, in the back there that are on the wall back there. And those are real bought ones, but I'll go on eBay and buy a white helmet and sticker it up myself. Do you guys do that? I'll do it for a certain players. I got to show Platinum, stuff that
I have a helmet in the closet. That's a project that I'm doing a custom Niner helmet on, but
no helmets down here. I need to get one. I don't even need to sticker it. I mean, Notre Dame doesn't have stickers, so I just need to buy a helmet.
All gold.
Yeah.
All right, y'all get to
what we'll do. Hold on, Cap. Before you leave, what we'll do for the Dolphins, if Malik doesn't work out, what we'll do is you send us Achane, and we'll send you Mac Jones.
Nope.
And you'll be okay.
Nope.
We'll do that for you guys.
Nope.
We got the greatest backup in the history of backups.
Hey, did you hear back from Pinfall, by the way?
Yeah, he's making the art. He wants to know which one you want first.
I'd like
if you want one or the other.
I want both. If you can make both,
I'll have him do the artwork for both.
But I haven't. Yeah, but I want the Mid-Atlantic first.
Mid-Atlantic first, okay.
Yeah, and a price on what that should be the same as the other because it's just OP. But anyway, NFL free agency talk with and Stone Cold.
Always nice for Kev to drop in. Yeah, so with the Niners, I'm happy where their direction's going. They still need to get a little bit younger. They still need to get a little bit faster. Like I said, if I'm the Niners right now, I'm looking at it like, look, we filled out our wide receiver room well enough. Running back room needs a little speed. Tight end is my question because Kittle's coming off the Achilles, so that's going to take him some time. I don't want to rush him back.
I didn't mind your suggestion. I mean, Cleveland's got 2 elite tight ends. It wouldn't be a bad move to go after one of them. So
Njoku's a free agent.
Okay.
I guess he just filled a call with Baltimore today.
Well, we see how that works.
Yeah.
You got to pass physical first.
What I'd love for the Niners to do is take that 27th pick, add a 4th rounder to it or 2 4th rounders. Actually, I'd take the 27th, add the lowest 4th rounder you got, and a conditional pick for the next year's draft, and get up there and get that tight end from Oregon. You put that tight end from Oregon in the Kyle Shanahan offense, 4.4 40.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Vernon Davis all over again.
Yeah. Another team I thought did pretty well. I complained about the Chiefs running all year, and they went out and got Kenneth Walker. I think that's a great addition to where they were struggling this past year. So,
do you think that's a big mistake on Seattle's part to let him go? I think it is.
It could be. Who was their backup?
That dude.
It was Kenneth Walker, and they had two running backs that were.
They have a yin and a yang, but Walker.
Yeah, is just a powerhouse stud. Played well in the Super Bowl. Yeah,
dude played well everywhere. Like,
yeah,
he ran all over the Niners. Zach Charbonnet.
Okay, I don't know if I'd let my team be led by Zach Charbonnet, but he still played well.
Yeah, Platinum. Most of these kids, I guess this was the fastest NFL draft or NFL combine in history.
Yeah.
I mean, you got guys running 4.4s, 4.3s at 250 pounds. That's just crazy. Preposterous.
Straight out of a movie.
It's like you're 43. Can you imagine like the cat from Oregon? I keep going back to him, but that's Man Crush Monday right there, bro. You got safeties running 4.3s, bro. Yeah, I think it's a huge pickup for Kansas City because especially with Mahomes coming off his ACL, they're going to need to lean on running the ball.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think Seattle. I think what happened was especially with the Niners looked at the Seattle game and was like, "Look, we couldn't get open to save our life. So what are we doing? We're signing Mike Evans. We're signing blah blah blah. We're signing blah blah blah. We're gonna force our way open." And I think Seattle took a step back.
It's always tough after winning a Super Bowl anyway, but yeah.
And that's funny, Platinum, because you remember years ago, I turn on ESPN on Saturdays and Sunday mornings, and we get the jacked up episodes where these safeties are like, and now it's like, hey, you touched the receiver, it's a penalty. I see Tyreek ending up back in Kansas City. I don't know why. I would love the Niners to get him as a gadget guy. He doesn't need to be the number one. You get him in a Kyle Shanahan offense where he's running those reverses and those screens and I think that would be nasty.
Yeah, but just injury prone once again.
And that's the bummer, but I'm trying to think of who you got. Anybody that really just S the bed or S the stairs, as it will, in free agency this year?
Not that I can really think of. How about you? Maybe you'll pop an idea in my head, but I can't
think Dallas.
Okay. I'm very unfamiliar with the moves they made, so
not much. And that's the whole thing is not
yeah.
Didn't
Maybe
make much for their cap space and just for how bad they are. Like the Cowboys with Dak should have been way better. But again, that goes back to, I think, like how we talked about the management versus,
the talent. Yeah.
Yeah. But that, I mean, I'm looking forward to the draft. I think it's going to be good. See any late pickups. We'll see what happens and transpires. But, Kev's optimistic. I mean, when Kev puts the seal of approval on what his team's doing, that's huge. It's huge.
Huge.
So we'll see if Kev's right. But, I mean, I'm trying to think if there's is there one player out there that, because you guys got Jonathan Taylor, Daniel Jones.
We don't have a first-round draft pick. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because Sauce, huh?
Sauce, yeah. So it's just, I don't know. Maybe that's why we spent so much money on players we already had, because maybe they looked at draft outlooks and didn't see any prospectus. So
I can dig it. Dig it. And that's one of those things is, it's the NFL so unpredictable.
Yep. Spend a lot of money on players. You can spend a lot of money on making a movie.
Yeah, I recommend checking out Busting the Boys. They have a lot of NFL players on and everything like that. And Kittle was just flat out frank. Kittle was like, bro, he's like, I tore my ankle up, and he's like, I was playing on one leg. He's like, I wanted to get to that Super Bowl, and he's like, but it is what it is. And then they were talking about the electromagnetic thing, the whole controversy with the Niners practice field because it's right near a substation.
The plant, yeah.
And then they started talking about the 5G towers and how the trees don't grow near the 5G tower, so they build fake trees on the 5G. It was a good listen. And Kittle's such a homer. Like that dude is one of my favorite people to listen to. I can't wait for him to get into WWE. I can't. But with that, we were talking about this last week a little bit, and I'm going to jump into our next topic here in a second, and it's a personal topic to me.
Yeah, you're a movie guy.
I am a movie homer, like through and through. So I was sitting there, I was like, I didn't know how I wanted to do this. I was like, we can just take our top 5 movies, and that's what we're going to do. Take our top 5 movies. We'll throw our top 5 movies. But then I was like, you know what? If you turn on the news at all, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world.
Yeah, crazy.
And if somebody ran through your living room and was like, yo, Steve, we need to save 5 movies to preserve mankind to start the new world over with, just what are those movies? And maybe they're not different than your top 5. Maybe they are. So, again, this is your list. It's not right. It's not wrong. But if you have Rudy 5 times, I'm just going to punch you through the screen.
No. I don't know if it's on there once or not, but we'll have to see.
So let's hear it. Let's go. We'll go back. You want to go back and forth, or should we just we'll just do your list, and then I'll do my list.
Okay. So I just added one going off your predicament of somebody running through your house, preserve civilization movie. What do we need? The one that immediately came to my mind.
Hold on. So we're doing your personal top 5 before we say the universe's
we'll go
movies.
Into that later. Okay.
Universe's movies in second.
Okay. So, I have 5, and then I have 2 asterisks because they're too good to not be on the list, but they're not in my top 5. So number 1 for me, some of these might not be super popular movies, but it's called Boiler Room. Boiler Room is a stock market movie. Vin Diesel, Ben Affleck, early 2000s movie. But it's about like taking these penny stocks, almost kind of Wolf of Wall Street-ish, taking these penny stocks and selling them to people and then keeping the money, and then the stock kind of crashes. So very Wolf of Wall Street-esque, but it was way before Wolf of Wall Street movie came out. So Boiler Room is my number one movie. Star-studded cast, good flick. Just, I don't know, love it. It's like I said earlier before we came on board, I meant to send pictures of these movie posters to pop up on the screen. I totally forgot. I had a crazy day.
I got a movie to watch tonight now already. I'm excited.
Perfect.
So
if you can find it, yeah, it's great. So number 2 for me is Rounders. Once again, kind of it's a poker flick or a blackjack flick, poker flick. Yeah, but I love any kind of gambling or money kind of movies, and I love movies that make you think too. So there's a couple of those on the list, but Rounders is number 2 for me. So
I can dig. That would be hard pressed for me to kick off any list.
It's going to be cool to contrast because I'm sure you have like some Marvel movies or like some superhero movies where all mine are like going to be totally different. So
no, you might have surprised you.
Okay. Number 3 on the list for me is the first Fast and the Furious. I was a high school kid. I had a Honda in high school with like the body kit and the rims and the fart cannon on the back, and so holds a very sentimental place for me. Fast and the Furious. I like them. I haven't seen them all.
Up until 9, I've seen
the best, but yeah, number 1.
Up until 9, I've seen them all. I know 1, 2, 3, and 4 by heart.
Yeah.
We're same ages. That movie came out and I had a 98 Honda Civic.
Yeah. Well, you're in California too. I bet the scene was way bigger for you than it was here in Indiana for me. But like, yeah.
I had a Honda Civic. We would go street racing. We had the town over. We had an abandoned airport.
Okay.
On the weekends, we'd cut the chains.
Yeah.
Go use the airstrip. Like that movie to me, number 1 is such an iconic. People can talk about whatever they want, but if you were a car person in any close to 2000, that movie is such an iconic movie.
Yeah.
I appreciate that one.
And it's not like the acting or anything made the movies. The cars made the movies. Like people don't remember Too Fast, Too Furious for what Ludacris said, right? They remember it for the Skyline GTR or the orange Supra from the first one. Like they remember it from the cars. So
I've been to the Fast and Furious house. I've been to the store.
Nice.
I've been to the alleyway. Where they meet in the beginning.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
Nice. Number 4, Ocean, and I like them all, but Ocean's 11. Love Ocean's 11. Love those movies that make you think and like have these twists and turns all throughout. So, once again, star-studded cast: George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon. Just, it's hard to go wrong with Ocean's 11. And number 5, you called it, Rudy. Inspirational flick, Rudy.
I can't criticize you on it.
Whether it's true or not it doesn't matter.
Let's see, we got Platinum, Demolition Man, the original RoboCop.
Yeah.
300, American Gangster was low key a really good movie.
Yeah, that's a good one. So is 300, man. Wow.
Debbie Does Dallas is iconic. I'm just saying,
Yeah, I mean, for shits and giggles, I did not have any giggles with the shits tonight. So.
Did you do your asterisk ones? Did you throw those in, or is that for the other?
Not yet. I have two, technically 3 asterisks, but we can go with 2. The first one was Remember the Titans. It once again sentimental thing, kind of like Fast and Furious.
You just stole one of my top 5. So
well, first asterisk, Lord of the Rings. Any of them, doesn't matter. Lord of the Rings, the whole movie, all of them are just. I can't turn them off if I am scrolling the TV and they come on.
I could dig it.
Yep. Second one, kind of the same thing. Doesn't have to be on the list, but I love the National Treasure movies with Nicolas Cage. Once again, those movies that make you think. They take those little twists and turns, and they find the treasure or whatever, and then it takes this turn. So I love those kind of movies that lead you on and make you think and have those mysteries in them. And so I love the National Treasure movies, kind of like Ocean's 11.
I'd see that and raise you Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, and Angels and Demons, all that whole series too. Yeah, I love those too.
Yeah,
so.
No, phenomenal.
Yeah,
I couldn't beat you up. I couldn't really drag you in the woodshed for your list. I mean, I think it's a.
I'm anxious to know what you hear about my number 1. I'm anxious for you to eventually watch it and get your thoughts on my number 1.
All right, so mine are a loose particular order, but I'm going to go by number 1. And this movie just, for some reason, just hits home, and like, it's just a phenomenal movie. The acting, the people in it, just Good Will Hunting.
Phenomenal. Yep.
That's a movie I can never turn off, turn away. Like,
star-studded, man.
I'm such a Robin Williams guy too, and just it's just one of those movies, like, for the era and the time, everything like that. I'd have to have that one.
Yep, that's a good one.
I've seen this movie. My number 2, though, I seen my number 2 as a more of a child, but then like it didn't really resonate with me. But as an adult, I rewatched it and I was like, holy hell. Like, this movie just, like, I understand it now. Like, it's not a movie like you can passively as a youngster understand, but Michael Douglas in Falling Down.
I'm unfamiliar. I got one to watch now. Okay.
Yes, this one is
along with that other one you told me to watch.
This guy is just he's a guy that's just done with society. And it's series after series of stuck on the freeway, car breaks down, getting robbed, and he just loses it.
Oh, I've seen this movie poster. I've seen him in this character, but I don't think I've ever watched the movie. So,
and as an adult, like, you watch this movie, you're like, I get it. Like, this man's just trying to get to work. This man's just trying to get to a meeting. Your car breaks down. You got road rage. You got you want breakfast, but you're a minute late from breakfast when you go to a restaurant and they don't want to serve breakfast because it's 11:01. And you just watch it and you're just like, I get it. I understand it. And I appreciate it. And Michael Douglas, another phenomenal actor. I think I'm a big, like, that era type movies guy. So, you know, Falling Down would be my number 2. That's just number 3. I think it's so hard to, like, I wanted to, like, sprinkle in a different genres of movies. And, like, I'm a big scary movie person. I love scary movies.
Yeah, me too.
And there's so many good, like, scary movie people, like Jason and Michael Myers and stuff like that. But
I love
in my heart, Saw. But in my heart, I'm a Freddy guy.
So, yeah. Yep.
So I go Nightmare on Elm Street 1, You can take any of them, but I go Nightmare on Elm Street 1.
I've got the whole disc collection on like some DVD box set or something. Yeah, love Freddy.
Freddy's he's one of those iconic. Man, he's gonna get you in your dreams. He's gonna do you dirty, and you know he's gonna have fun doing it. He's gonna be a little pervert about it sometimes. You know, there's just all that about him. It's just like it just hits home. He's just a man. So number 4, you stole.
Oh,
Remember the Titans.
Phenomenal.
That movie has drama, inspiration, just the everything about it is just uplifting. There's a B movie to this if you want to go the opposite way, and that's Men of Honor. It gives me the same type of feeling.
Okay.
But so I go remember the Titans. That's just, you know, when they're at their football camp and they're just doing the whole thing, and they get back on the bus and they're coming home, and you know their first day of school when it's getting integrated. It's a timeless movie.
Left side, strong side.
Yep, that's it. You know, Superman.
Yep.
And then for me, my number 1, like I said, I wanted to sprinkle in everything I could, and I had to throw a comic book movie in there.
Yeah,
I had to. So
have to.
I went Marvel's Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
It's, as you can see, I'm a Tony Stark guy. I love me my Iron Man. And just too slow, Kev. Just
He's waiting for you to put it on.
the movie in it, the premise of it, the fight with Thanos, the story behind it. And you know, Iron Man went from, if you watch the first Iron Man to this Avengers Endgame, his transformation as a human being and as a person is like, that's another good one though.
Yeah, that's a good one.
His Tony Stark's transformation, you know, and is phenomenal. And in Endgame, as much as he wants to do to save the planet, his first priority is his family.
Yep.
So like, he's going to do it, but he's going to do it with his family in mind, you know? And it's just a phenomenal movie. Like, and at the end, when he dies, I mean, I remember I was at the theater and I was this way with Fast and Furious 7. So I'm not going to front. Fast and Furious. Did you go to the theaters to see Fast and Furious 7?
No.
So when Paul Walker dies, well, at the end of man, I'm sitting there in the theater. And I'm like, but again, Tony Stark snaps his fingers, but he knows what's going to happen, but he does it with full heart. And I think that's phenomenal. So that's my top 5. Okay. I do have a notable 1 or 2.
Okay.
That I think should be included. Notable 1, Terminator.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, are these your asterisks, or are these like you said, save the planet?
These are my asterisks. These are my asterisks. I grabbed 2 extra by accident.
That's fine.
So
our list, we can do whatever we want.
Exactly. So Terminator, that was 1, and I don't think you can live in a world without Rocky.
No, you can't. I've watched the Rocky movies recently. I can't say that the acting was like the greatest, but still the story gets you.
Is there anything more intense than number 4 when Apollo dies and he's having his argument with his wife on the stairs, and she's like, "You can't win." And he gets in his Lambo, and then that song comes on, and it's just like, bro, you're just like, it just hits. There's just
Americana. It's Americana.
Yep. So with that, so my Platinum's top 5, Troy, solid. Fifth Element.
Yep. Love Fifth Element.
Pulp Fiction. That's another.
Pulp
Born
Fiction's
Identity.
Good. Anytime I think of Born Identity, I think of Duck Dynasty, because Phil would just say Jason Bourne.
So that's our top 5 personal, selfish. Now our top 5 for, we want the world to be able to see these movies, and maybe we can bring some culture back. We can preserve something, and preserve for the world. What's your top 5?
I only have 2 here. I only have 2.
Does it change? Does the rest of them change? The rest of them stay the same?
Yeah. It's the 2 movies to preserve cinema, save the world. These movies could save the world, is how I looked at it.
Okay.
First one, Book of Eli. If the world goes to crap, we know how to start another society, preserve things, and preserve the Word of God, which is important to me. So Book of Eli.
I can dig it.
Yeah. And then number 2, if we're ever overtaken by aliens, Space Jam. We just insert Michael Jordan, and he'll save the world for us. If we ever need to preserve society, Space Jam. Send in Michael Jordan.
You don't want Will Smith smacking an alien in Independence Day?
If he looks like Chris Rock, yes.
Although that Bill Paxton Independence Day speech he gave.
Yeah. I could go with Independence Day, but Michael Jordan did it safer. So there's my 2. You can add to the rest of the list.
So I'm going to add to the rest of the list, and the rest. So I looked at it as, I want to preserve something. Maybe I can keep a little cultural knowledge and some things going on, whatever. See, to me, it's one of those movies, like, again, if it's on TV or whatever, I can't turn away. I can't, I'd have to save it. Bronx Tale.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's been a while, but I like that one.
Bronx Tale, just the movie, just the drama, the wasted talent, the Cologino, the guy that played Cologino I thought he was just a brilliant actor. Again, a loaded cast though. I mean, Joe Pesci. I mean, it's just a Robert De Niro. And so I looked at him like, all right. And it's funny you said Book of Eli, because I was thinking Book of Eli, but then this is a movie that most people haven't seen. A lot of people have seen, but most people haven't seen. That is not as biblical, but it has that rebuild to it. Is The Postman.
Okay, yeah.
Kevin Costner?
Yep.
The world went to all hell in a handbasket, and
great actor.
He might have been lying at first, but then I think inherently good people end up doing good things after a while. So I think it's just one of those things. So I had to throw out The Postman.
Yeah. And it's funny you say Joe Pesci. I don't think the world would be as good without My Cousin Vinny. Yeah.
The two of Utes.
The Utes. Yep, the Utes.
See, and that's the thing is when you go to movies, it's so it's so multi-layered of what you can pick, because like the Born Identities and the Fifth Elements and stuff like that, then to me, when I think Fifth Element, I have like movies like I kind of clump them together. So like I think you think Fifth Element, I think Total Recall.
Okay. I don't know. I've watched Fifth Element so many times. It's so good. It's used to be on TV all the time. There's just also so many movies you just forget about. Like, unless somebody says it, you totally space it. Gladiator's a good one, yeah.
For what the movie was, I thought Passions of the Christ was a pretty interesting movie.
And then you get into all the backstory about all the stuff that happened while they were filming. It's crazy.
See, and Platinum, Goodfellas, that's another thing. I was looking at it from a standpoint of I wanted to preserve culture, yet not have to. I wasn't trying to dramatize like the drug traders, because you got Goodfellas. You could have did Godfather.
Yeah.
There's so many movies in that genre where you could have done. I thought Bronx Tale was what I consider the happy medium of what that is. So I did
Casino,
Bronx Tale,
Carlito's Way. You got so many of those drug movies, like those gangster movies that are just so good.
Casino's so good.
Yeah.
But then you talk about Wolf of Wall Street. And that was another like
Love it.
The Departed.
Love it. Yeah. Anything with Leo in it, I'll watch.
Bro, I even go What's Eating Gilbert Grape. That is a phenomenal movie. I don't care what anybody says. That is a phenomenal movie.
Which one?
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I'm trying to think of what would be the last of what I would want to preserve.
When they make a movie about us from doing this podcast, it will
just be like, you know, with Kevin in the background ranting about the Dolphins. I'm trying to think of that one because there's see, that's the thing. Okay, you got this. You dick. You got the Star Wars series you can talk about. The Indiana Jones series is. There's so many good movies out. If I had to choose one more to save, just I'm running out the door and I'm grabbing a movie.
That's tough.
That is super, super tough. Like, dude, laces are always out, bro.
Oh, yeah. That was just on last night. We were watching it last night or the night before.
You know what? I'm going to have to go. Man, this stumped me right here. This. Man, I'm gonna need a second. I'm gonna need a second on that. This one stumped me because there's so many directions you can go.
Yeah.
To want to preserve, like, I can just be like Scarface.
Yeah, then that's where my mind went. But I was trying to think of something more iconic, like you said, and not focus on the drug dealing and stuff like that. But
that's where I'm at. I'm just like, wow, that's a
Castaway is not good enough to like preserve. Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I probably go Waterworld.
I was gonna say that movie you told me to watch last time, where the dude dies and comes back, the '80s flick.
Which one?
Like the
Heavenly
dude,
Kid.
The Heavenly Kid. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yes. See, but then you can bring about that's a whole nother genre of movies because it's just like we're spoiled. We're legit spoiled when it comes to movies. I'm just gonna say that. So is there anything? Doza, what's your movie? Is it Selena? I feel like Doza's movie Selena.
Yeah. Carlito's Way, man. It's got to be Carlito's Way, right?
Dude, that's a solid movie. There's one I watched the other night, which is phenomenal. It's called Pride and Glory with Colin Farrell, Edward Norton. Forget it. I just
Is it Fight Club?
Figured out the movie that I want to save.
Is it Fight Club?
No.
Oh, okay.
Pretty close, though. American History X.
Okay. Solid.
Edward Norton in that movie, I thought was one of the most. I'm going to throw another one out there. Two. This is my last two. Swear.
Then you got to tell them where they're watching us.
Yes. And Monsters Ball.
Yeah.
Edward Norton or Billy Bob Thornton, Halle Berry, Heath Ledger. I mean, just a powerfully phenomenal movie. Like, dude, Short Circuit's phenomenal. But, we can rant about movies all the time. So, we're going to have to do it. But right now it's time to, like, I don't want to say pay the bills, but, like, sometimes we gotta do the damn thing. And with that, you're watching the broadcast, people.
No matter the distance, the difference, or the issue, once a brother, always a brother.
Dude, beautiful. And you know what? Check us out on the Broadcast Podcast on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. Hit them little buttons. That helps us, man. We're just a couple of average guys just trying to do something fun and have a good time and trying to bring some entertainment to everybody. So, give us that little button. Check Spanning the Globe out Thursday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Man, these guys are spanning the globe. They cover the belt hobby and the wrestling community from end to end. Check them out with Mark Maggard, Ben Walker, Richard Ward, and Andy Bulger. Those guys do a bang-up job. Saturdays, get your popcorn ready because we got double drop kicking. You know who we got this week? We got Jermaine Floyd. Jermaine Floyd is one of the OGs of the belt hobby. This dude has been hanging and banging with championship belts for years and years. This guy knows the ins and outs of everything like that. Bang up, dude. Check us out, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a banger. I always say it, to be the man, sometimes you got to beat the man. To beat the man, you want to be the man. If you want to be the man, let's go to C4 Authentic Belts and get yourself the most authentic crumb rind on the market. This is casted gauchos and casted wrestlers from the real crumb rind that Ric Flair held and introduced in 1986. Check them out at c4belts.com. Hit up Colin on Facebook. Is the Ortiz Crumb Rind Big Gold. Check them out. c4authenticbelts.com. Be there, be square. Beautiful belt. I want one. It's on my list.
Oh, yeah.
It's on my list.
I'd love one. I've got a crumb rind on the way. Not a C4, but I'm very excited to get it when it gets here. Top secret.
It's gonna be on my order soon. I got a couple of. I'm pulling the trigger on a tattoo. So the first tattoo I'm getting, well, it's not the first tattoo I'm getting, but I'm gonna do from my knuckles up to my arm, my elbow,
going all the way,
going all the way. So my big piece right now I'm gonna get on the 28th is gonna be the Heath Ledger Joker.
Yep, I remember. Check out last week's show if you want to hear about that. Yes,
it's gonna be phenomenal. So I'm excited, man. I made the deposit. I'm good to go. What's Kev doing? Oh, we got the final four we're talking about here.
It's coming up.
I hate to say I was right, but I really wasn't.
We told you to change your pick.
I mean, I thought Michigan was going to, do something, but, I was tragically wrong. But Duke's still in there, right?
That's right.
So who you got?
Boilers
Who do
ain't
you-
got no chance, Doza. I'm sorry, they got no chance.
So what do you think? It's just it's Duke's to lose.
I believe so. We talked about it before, like a couple of weeks ago. There's 4 to 6 teams that have just separated themselves, and the rest are just kind of filler. But I think it's Duke's to lose in my opinion. But man, there are some good teams out there.
So
Yep.
run them down. Who are the final 4? What do we got? We got Duke.
I've got Duke in the top left bracket. In the bottom left, I've got Houston. In the top right, I have Arizona. And in bottom right, I have
Bottom right,
Virginia.
call out the regions, my man.
I didn't have it written down. I've got Duke, Houston, Arizona, and Virginia.
Hey, Ethan, what you got?
I'm looking mine up right now. I'm trying to find it right now.
Well, I've got Duke going. They've got Florida.
Okay.
Duke in Houston, Florida, and
I have
is it
Arizona.
Auburn.
Arizona out of the West. And excuse me. And coming out of where's my paper? Out of the Midwest. I think that's a throw up region. I think Michigan is going to stumble in there. It's kind of a toss up region. To me, you could be watching out for Virginia to get a run in there. Alabama, I don't think is going to in there as well. But I'm going to take Iowa State out of that region.
That's a good one, yeah.
I think it's really top heavy this year. I think there's teams that have separated themselves. I don't think UConn has a player in there, but
No.
I would I'd still look out for Houston to make it to the Final Four. Purdue, I think, is going to get tripped up. They're just running on a high. Like they always do. Be very, very careful be wary of Arkansas. I think they're sneaky good. And look out for Miami to do some things. I think Miami takes out Purdue. But it's very top heavy this year. And I think it only comes down to a handful of teams.
So you got Duke in Houston, right?
Yep.
No, I said
He took Florida.
Duke.
No.
What?
I'm. Can I be the guy that goes the upset and goes Houston beats Duke?
Okay, that they would be meeting in the Final Four. That's fine.
Is that in the Final Four, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking at it right now.
So you got to get this
small.
You got your East region, South region, Midwest, and West. Ethan apparently did his homework, ladies and gentlemen. We should get him.
I didn't. I was.
Platinum's
busy.
got a good 4.
So
I'm not sure about
we'll play the music just to give him more time.
Okay. I'm not sure about Gonzaga this year.
Since Kevin's gonna be that guy, you know what? I'm just going anti-Duke.
That's fine. Gonzaga's
I'm just going anti-Duke.
Go ahead.
If you were closer, I bet you a burrito. But I'm just saying.
I mean, I would be happy. I mean, I've got some news to tell y'all after here, so I hope I get to see it. But I do being in the Final Four, that'd be okay with me. Just make the Final Four. You can't win it every year.
Yep.
But we're getting our guys back, so I still expect them to do that. But Arizona is a very, very strong team, and if there's a team that could do it, but defense beats great offense, so I'd like to see that. And you can go against Duke all you want, but they beat 12 ranked teams this year, which was tied for the most ever in a season this year. And every ranked team that they beat, they held 65 points or less. That's incredible.
And one of the losses was for 0.4 seconds.
Yeah.
So
they've lost by a total of 3 points in their 2 games.
Yep. Yeah, actually,
I was trying to see if there was any perfect brackets left.
They had it hasn't started yet. The tournament is only the first 4 has just started tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 2025. Excuse me. Never mind. 2026.
Also, side note, shout out Kev for the runner that was going across the bottom with some of the scores. That was pretty cool tonight. So,
No problem.
know
Scores
if anybody saw that, but yeah, that was pretty cool.
Or bottom. They'll be updating as you guys talk about this a little more. Yes, it is. It will update for yourself automatically with a little ticker. Yeah, the first 4 has started tonight. Those are the teams that are. It is the NCAA tournament, but the NCAA tournament really doesn't kick off till Thursday noon, 12 noon.
Okay.
But these are the first 4 is what's happening tonight. It's a total of 8 teams that's playing in 2 days to get into to kind of
Like I said, I'm
field.
I'm just getting my feet wet back into college basketball because I was never a college basketball guy. I was always football, and then I was a Kings fan for a long time for NBA, and then now I'm just getting back into this.
Was anybody big on Super Nintendo with sports games and stuff?
Super Nintendo. No, I don't think so.
Do you remember the game NCAA basketball on Super Nintendo?
Mm-mm.
They had the blue. Everything was the blue background.
I've probably played it, but
there was an NBA.
vividly.
It was like NBA '95.
Platinum.
I remember.
Platinum has Duke, Gonzaga, Florida, and Michigan.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know about Zaga.
Yeah, I don't think Purdue has had it. They just got hot during their tournament like they usually do. I don't think they have. I don't know. Defensively, I don't know.
So with Purdue,
Why? It's Miami. Miami is a very underrated and very, very good team out of the ACC.
I'm gonna hop in and talk about Purdue for a second because I have buddies that have season tickets to basketball, football, and we had this conversation the other day because they didn't get it either. And I said, your point guard is about to break all these assist records. If you're getting all these assists, that means somebody's scoring the point. You can't have an assist without them scoring the basket. So you're scoring plenty of points, which means all your losses come down to defense because you're scoring all these points, but you're being outscored to lose. It's very simple. If you're getting all these assists, that means you're not playing defense on the other end. So
yeah, the thing that irritates me is their guard that's going to break Bobby Hurley's record. Is Bobby Hurley did it in 4 years. This guy got an extra 5th COVID year. He's going to do it in 5 years, which is really irritating to me. So I'm hoping they lose in the first game and he doesn't break it.
I had him second round. I had him losing second round actually. So
well, that yeah. So we'll see, but I just think that's crap.
Yeah.
Ethan, what's your take on the Final Four?
Yeah, I got to brush up more because you know what? I'm still getting there. I'm still getting there. All I'm doing is I'm going anti-Duke.
Take a look at it. And Saturday we're going to have a segment on it. Saturday we're going to go over it more. You got your pick.
Perfect.
There.
I'm still going anti-Duke. I don't care who it is. I'm going anti-Duke.
That's pretty crappy on a guy that's dying and wants to see his Blue Devils win their 6th national championship. That's pretty crappy, but I hear you.
Why you gotta go there, bro?
Well, you went there.
Oh, that's effed up. Of all places, that's effed up.
It's also pretty crappy for the crappy evening I've had of getting my 3-year-old pooping all over the place. So
right.
See the ticker automatically updates down there. Yeah.
Man, I love it. Get more people to watch the show. You can follow.
That's fancy stuff
the
right
scores while you're checking out the broadcast.
Right.
Well, then the same crap with LeBron because he's been playing for 40 years. Embrace it.
That's you guys' Final Four picks. I'm gonna get out of here. If you got anything more on that topic, we'll move on to another one. But that's up to you.
I know. Joseph brought up the LeBron thing. I'm an anti-LeBron. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm anti-LeBron. LeBron can never carry Jordan's shock.
Dude was out for 2 games for his hurt elbow when the review showed that he didn't even hit his elbow on the ground or anything.
He didn't know which elbow to grab.
Yeah,
so
he's a complete great player. Could have been probably the all-time best, but he's a whiner, complainer, a liar, a flopper. he's just 100%
So everybody's argument is like,
Never.
oh, LeBron, I'm sorry, you take LeBron, you have a time machine, and you prick LeBron out of his prime, and you prick Jordan out of his prime, and you put LeBron against those Detroit Pistons back in the day, and Jordan in this game, bro, it's not even fair.
They would.
Yeah.
He's so soft mentally. He'd have them crying. Can you imagine Bird out there calling him the N-word, which he
Oh,
did
yeah.
to everybody? He would have him crying on that.
Bill Lambier or Dennis
Yeah,
Rodman
yeah.
throwing an elbow into him. Yeah.
NC State's on a run.
I'm sorry, but LeBron is the Emmitt Smith of the NFL. Emmitt Smith's not the greatest running back in the history of the running backs. LeBron is not the greatest NBA player in the history of NBA players. It's just what it is. Said it, signed, sealed, and delivered.
There you go. I'm gonna let you guys move on to your next topic, and I'm gonna pull out.
Yeah, LeBron's behind Kobe. I mean,
Yeah. Absolutely.
to me, it's Jordan Kobe.
Absolutely.
That's where that goes.
I'm a guy that throws Bill Russell in there. You can't argue 13 rings. So,
No, phenomenal.
Yeah. So,
But to have LeBron and you can argue LeBron. You can go Jordan, Kobe, Russell, then maybe LeBron. But I would actually put O'Neal above LeBron.
I would, yeah, Shaq. I'd put Shaq above LeBron. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I just LeBron is the flopping is what kills me the most. Like, that dude is just the worst flopper in the history of floppers.
Yep. You could argue that LeBron is the best all-around player of all time because he could almost play any position. But other than that, that's the only argument.
Let's not forget Elgin Baylor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, what those guys did. If you look back,
but that's the thing is,
Yeah.
You got
they're
Bird, but even like Bird, Magic. There's so many players that like I would pick over LeBron. If you put that squad together, you had those guys lined up on the court, and you're picking teams, bro. LeBron's probably picking last.
Yeah, Doza, Larry the Legend.
Because I just
Yeah, I'm not a LeBron guy either.
just
He's a big red flag to me.
speaking of red flags,
Yeah.
let's get on to our final topic of the evening. Because I'm of the age where I could say with a level of certainty that I've gone places. Well, okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that. My penis has took me places that a gun wouldn't take me.
Yep.
Like, and I think about it now, like, what was I thinking? Like,
It was the other.
I
hand
remember
that was
back in the-
thinking.
bro, I remember back in the day, it shows you how much you mature or like your mind shifts as an adult. Because like, man, I'd go to parties and I'd be partying with drug dealers and like all this kind of stuff like that. Now I go to the grocery store and I just don't want to be around something like, ew, And so like this whole dating thing is just like it's not even wanting to date at this point. I don't even know if I want to date.
Yeah.
Like, if I can just find a chick that like we can hang out, watch TV, I can feed tacos to, and like, but like, I know you're a married guy, bro. There are a lot of girls out there right now that are looking for sugar daddies, which are too poor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is so amazing right there.
Yeah.
Or they're just selling it. Which
It's
I'll
one of
buy
my
you
red
tacos.
flags. That's one of my red
Yeah, bro.
flags. Yep.
I'll buy you tacos. But
Now, Mendoza, is that your wife or your girlfriend that passes gas during sex?
True story.
Yeah, because he's got a wife and a girlfriend.
But my thing is like, so just thinking about it, like when you look at red flags, like before, like I've always been the kind of guy that like I have a type. Like I like.
We talk about this.
This doesn't sound bad. I don't want this to sound as bad. I used to really, really enjoy a white girl. Like I like white girls, like down-home, wholesome white girls. Like, does that sound bad? And I don't know if it's because I'm older, or maybe I'm craving something different, but like you start talking to girls and you start getting the nuances of what they're about. Like my red flags have changed. Like before, like I was like, I'm the kind of guy that's like, face tattoos an instant red flag.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you got a
Like,
history. You got a history.
But not only a history, but like face tattoos, like a level of commitment to something that I'm just not about.
Yeah, you're down to go to jail.
And now I'm like, well, it might be adventuresome, maybe a little spicy or whatever like that. And it's just like, but there's still certain red flags. I guess you call them red flags, but there's certain things that, like, to me, like, are just an instant turnoff. So, like, if a female refers to herself as like a boss bitch,
yeah.
or those type of phrases, bro, yeah. I'm like, cut it. Like, just let's nah, I'm good. Like, it just doesn't work for me. Like, and that's the thing I feel bad for, is just like, I'm not being vain or anything like that. It's just, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to date a female that like is tougher than I am. I guess.
I mean, I'd take Rhea Ripley. It's okay.
But she still comes off way feminine to me. I know she has the tattoos and she's pretty buff, but she still exudes like femininity.
Yeah.
Like there's other girls, like even Jade Cargill. She still exudes some femininity.
But I've seen
girls out here that I don't know about the girls where you live, but in California, I've seen girls that are 5'2", 110 pounds that like exude masculinity.
Yeah, I mean, we got some cornbread feds out here. Yeah, those will tell you. Social Security.
That's a tough one for me to find them. I mean, I know SSI is a solid paycheck every month, but
I mean, it's consistent. The government don't run out of money.
When the government stops, though, that's when they get worried.
So, boss bitch is your red flag, huh?
That's like my biggest one. Is just like, sorry, I lost my power cord.
You're fine.
That's my biggest one. Is just like, it's such a, I don't want to say derogatory, but it's such like a weird reference term.
Yeah.
And like, if you go on, like, I don't know how many of you guys go on like dating apps and shit like that. Excuse me, stuff like that. But like, it's even a turnoff when a woman's like, my kids are my priority. I would expect your kids to be your priority.
Yeah.
Like, if you're on Tinder and you're like, my kids aren't my priority, probably not the person for you anyways. So it's just like, it's just weird, man. Like,
it seems like, I mean, I'm not in the dating scene nowadays, but it seems like a lot of the women or females want to come off as like so independent, yet they're also so almost desperate at finding a man to take care of them. Like, I'm just this independent, yada yada, but I'm not. I need you to provide for me, kind of thing.
See, and that's the thing is, I don't think they understand like independence. Like, I'm all for being a provider. Like, I'm a provider by nature, right? Like, I'm a dude that like, I want to provide for my wife,
Yeah,
or my girlfriend. I want to provide for my kids. I want to do those things. They say it, and it becomes like this weird like competition of like, I can do it better than you. I'm not interested in you being a better man than I am. Otherwise, I'd be different.
it's just like OnlyFans age where they're making like $100,000 a month or whatever. They don't understand the implications in 20 years.
I cannot count how many girls I've encountered that are either OnlyFans or they're just slanging it on the side.
That's crazy.
And I don't even like fault the entrepreneurship, but at the same time, it's like, what do you expect to attract?
Yeah.
You leave trash on the curb, you're gonna attract a rat. You know,
It's it's like what is the Einstein method, or the trying the same thing and expecting a different result. The definition of insanity. Like, you keep selling your shit or posting your pictures or whatever, and you just expect this millionaire to come by and just take care of you. Like, it's just not going to happen. That's why you got 3 baby daddies and this and that. So
that's the weird. So like for me, it's like, it's been like more like it's made it harder to like even want to like jump out. Hey, some of those juggalettes though, I'm just saying, like, there's been a couple, you know, just saying, you know.
Nah, you had too much vodka when you think that. You've had way too much. Too much Fago. Yeah, you've had way too much Fago.
No, but again, it's just like, I can appreciate the sentiment of somebody like enjoying something that they like, but there's just a way about it and a way not to go about it. And like, no, but it's not even hood rats to millionaire ratio. Like, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, just the dating scene is so much different 20 years ago to today.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And I'm stunned. That's why I'm like, my boy's like, so you're just gonna hook up with somebody? I'm like, at this point right now, I value just getting off work, coming home, and like, I don't have to answer to nobody.
Yeah.
Like, I can see why there's so many more single dudes now, my age, because it's just preposterous.
Dude, I couldn't even imagine. You talk about it being different 20 years ago. This will be my 11th year being married. So even 10 years ago, even when I was married, like, I don't even think Tinder was around. There definitely wasn't like no OnlyFans. Like, you didn't have to worry about all that back then. So,
and that's the thing is, like, when I met my ex, we still had like AOL chat.
yeah, dude, you added some hot chick on MySpace and started chatting her up, man. Like,
ASL. Everybody my age remembers ASL.
Yeah.
Age, sex, location. That's what you had. That's what you went off of.
Yeah.
And now it's like PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I'm just like, I'm good. So I don't know. I'm hoping, like, you know, we'll put this out on the internet, and if there's a girl that likes tacos and like likes movies and like doesn't want to argue, you know, just hit me up.
Yep.
Who is this? Is this my dream girl? Is this Kev? What's going on?
I don't know. They're just showcasing the Duke fan.
I think you got took over, got hijacked. It's the aliens.
Yep.
But anyways, I mean, man, dude, tonight it's been a phenomenal show I needed.
Yeah, we touched on a lot of different topics, man. It was a good show. Shout out Tiger. His team's winning right now, too. I know we had the scores at the bottom, but we got TGL on right now, and Tiger's team's winning. So maybe he'll hop in next week. So
Did you catch Bryson's performance on the live?
yeah. Yeah, he won. It's a tough way to win, but he won.
But I'm such. If I had a man crush Monday, that's my man crush is Bryson.
Yeah, love Bryson, absolutely.
I'm still hoping Tiger plays in the Masters. I know it's a long shot. It was a good show, man, and needed. And so
Yeah. Thanks to everybody in the comments. It was awesome.
Yes,
good show
hit that
tonight.
like, share, and subscribe button for us, man. It helps us, keeps us going. Check us out on the Broadcast Podcast. It really means the world to us that you're here and we can just chat and be ourselves and talk about normal stuff. It doesn't have to be about wrestling and it doesn't have to be about normal stuff. Check out Span and Globe Thursday nights. Those guys bring a banger of a show. Phenomenal individuals. Check us out Saturday night. We got a banger. We got Jermaine Floyd coming in from Championship Belt Brothers and Championship Figure Brothers. Banger of a show. Ben Walker's brother from another mother. It's gonna be a phenomenal show.
He's got some big shoes to fill after last week with Karen. Like he's got some big shoes to fill. So I'm excited to watch it though.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited, and it's gonna be that Karen. That's she's a little out of my age bracket, but man, I'm just saying, I'd make Wahoo McDaniels proud.
She's not a red flag, huh?
No, she's not. She's a little white girl, so it works.
Not a torta.
But no, with that, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you guys. We will be back. Tune in Saturday for the DDK. And everybody have a great week. Be safe. We love you guys.
Love you.
Peace.